what happened to Juror #1? Because this is a sequel to that, right?
Yeah, he. I don't know, to be honest. I can't think of anything funny to say. But
It's lost media.
yeah, he's just checking his recording because we lost it the first one. It's recording, yeah. Nice. But yeah, so yeah, we watched Juror #2. Well, have you? Would you want to go? Would you want to go on a jury? Would you? You know, if you were called up, or would you try and come up with some excuse?
And it's tough because I don't want to see some like messed up pictures of some dead body, really.
Yeah, you never know if you made the right decision either.
And then it would kind of be interesting to go just once.
Yeah.
I'd like just an easy one where you know the guy's guilty and you just like put him away.
Yeah. Suppose you never truly know the do. But yeah, that's how it goes.
I'm sorry I said guy, like it would be a dude, you know, women are capable of crimes as well.
Yeah, we don't discriminate against women. They're also criminals.
Yeah, like false rape accusation should be the same prison time that if you rape someone.
Yeah, that's completely random, but yeah. I can back on. But yeah, Juror #2. So yeah, it was a good movie. You know, I think like before I was thinking like you know, so I think there's something there. You know, I think this is going to be a decent movie. And it turns out it actually was.
Yeah, and you know, for a courtroom drama film, it really wasn't boring, was it?
No, not at all. No. Nice pacing to it, wasn't it? Like with the way they did the courtroom scene specifically. You know.
Yeah, they didn't do the whole lawyer speak. They just kept it pretty simple language so you could understand what was going on.
Yeah, and it was like 2-3 sentences, and that was it. They've made their point, you know.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not true to how it would be in real life, but
yeah, it's like a dramatized like film sort of environment, but it works because it is a film.
yeah. Like I always say, I always compare cinema to theatre productions, and you know, you're not gonna have some guy standing there for like 10 minutes going on at some witness, are you? Like they do in the trial of Chicago 7 or something.
Yeah, that film is a really terrible example of courtroom drama, wasn't it?
Yeah. Like obviously, it's really hard to write, isn't it? If you're gonna go at it from that angle with massive dialogue, just keep it simple. Like Clint Eastwood, you know, he's been in the game a long time and he understands what movie making is.
Yep. And then the plot of this film has a really interesting moral dilemma, didn't it?
Yeah.
We'll go into it more in the spoiler section, but you know, it's very intriguing.
Yeah, it is. He's basically just, you know, he's on a jury and he's somehow linked to the case, which he sort of like learns as the case goes along, really.
Yeah.
And it's just like that. His whole like reasoning of why he does what he does throughout the movie, really. He comes in thinking like, what would I do? So I think.
Yeah. And you're saying it's just like a proper movie for adults to watch, and
Yeah. It's like classic movie making, really. Like it's quite simple, but like there's like complex themes, but like you know, you've actually got to think about, you know, which you don't get from movies much, do you?
Yeah.
And so it just lays it all out there, doesn't tell you what to think, does it?
Yeah. Really interesting. You know, you just gotta go watch this because you know you won't be bored, will you?
No, that's it.
And then get into the acting. Nicholas Hoult is the lead.
Yeah.
How do you think of his performance?
I thought he was really good. Like he had like a lot of material to work with, didn't he? Which helps. Like, you know, you got the moral struggle, you got the whole relationship with his wife, which was nice to see, wasn't it? And, you know, just like I just thought he acted it really well. You know, and we were going through his previous films, weren't we? As well.
Mad Max Fury Road's a standout one. He's really good. It's one of the war boys in that.
Yeah, and I mentioned it in the first go round before it was corrupted. Oh, it didn't work. The recording, but Angelina Jolie maybe as well.
Yeah, about forest fires.
Yeah, he was good in that.
Yeah.
That was a good movie. But yeah, it was really well done. Toni Collette, actually, gotta mention her.
Yeah, she was like a state attorney, was she?
Yeah, she was representing the state. She was going for DA position, which is like lawyer of the state, like the big dog. Which is an elected position. She was going for that, so there's that whole dynamic as well, which I thought they did really well.
Yeah. So she just needed a quick conviction, didn't she? She thought it was just an easy case she'd get some good plaudits for convicting him.
Yeah. Was it?
Turns out to be more complicated than that.
Yeah. And she also has moral dilemma as well, doesn't she? Which we'll get into.
Yeah, she has really good acting.
Yeah, very good. Very nice act.
And the other guy who was representing the client, the other attorney, he was pretty good on it.
Yeah.
I liked him.
Yeah, he had a nice, nice tone, didn't he? He kept it nice.
Yeah. And then the supporting cast was also pretty good, like you mentioned, Nicholas Holt's wife.
Yeah.
She was good.
Yeah, she was. Yeah. Some of the best scenes, I think, them two together, weren't
it? Yeah. And then, obviously, the other jurors, they play a big role in this as well, don't they?
Yeah. Maybe, you were saying when maybe they're just like a bit, they sort of just have this guy does this, this guy, he knows this stuff, he's a former policeman or something, like this guy does this, and they're sort of all like, assigned the role, don't they? Which isn't like true to real life, really, probably, but.
Yeah, because humans are more, like, they have more depth than that, but in this, they're just like a bit stereotypical.
Yeah. But it's like, just keep it simple, and really, like, assign a character to this person, and that's it. The screenplay's easy.
When you see this woman, that she's like the clean-cut woman, and she's gonna go through procedure correctly or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the man, like, he's all about the morality of the case, and he just won't ever say he's, like, whatever guilty or not.
Yeah.
So, you just see him and you just instantly know what they're thinking.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and then it just leaves you room to develop Nicholas Hoult within the scenes end, doesn't it? Instead of focusing on the others, like, because obviously he's got a lot more to him, screenplay-wise, so.
So I'm not saying it's like a really bad thing that they were a bit one-dimensional, but, a bit more depth could have pushed it up a bit.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Which gets into the star rating, we're going to give it a 4 out of 5, aren't
we? Yeah, a lot of 4s being dished out. It's one of them, really, like, it's just really good for what it was, wasn't it?
Yeah. Maximised almost all the potential.
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood's really good director.
Yeah, maybe his last film as well.
I'd say he's a better director than he is an actor, but I haven't seen many of his old ones really.
No. True.
He's got a good few directed ones, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Did he direct that $1 Million Baby? I think that won Oscars, did it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I know he was in it, but I'm not sure if he directed.
I think so. Yeah. Don't fact check me on that.
Well, yeah, this is a really good film to end off his career if he does actually end.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll get into some spoilers now. If you want to go and watch it and then come back.
Yep. So obviously we're going to start off with the whole reason why he's in this situation and the whole moral dilemma. Can I just say what it is briefly?
So like, he's just like driving home. He like hits something. He's like, what was that? And there's like a sign right by there. It says like warning deer or whatever. So you're just like, it was a deer. Don't worry about it. It's only a deer I've decapitated. Like, don't worry about it. And it just drives home. Thinks nothing of it really, does he? And of course he gets put on the case. It turns out a woman's been hit. And then he pieces it together, and he like puts 2 and 2 together, and he's like, "Oh, it's me, it's it. Jesus, what have I done?"
Yeah, does that sound like the same road and on the same day that he hits him and all that? So he's just like, Jesus Christ, it was me.
What a coincidence.
And then the working theory by the police and everyone else is that the boyfriend did it because they had a bit of an argument.
Yeah. But obviously Nicholas Holt's pretty, well, he's like 99% certain. You can never be 100% really, can you? That he's it, so he knows the guy's innocent, basically.
Yeah, so he tries to get him off, but the other people aren't having it, are they? Because they're just going by the facts.
Yeah.
And he hasn't told them he's done it, so.
Yeah. So obviously the guy who's the accused, he had a bit of a criminal past, didn't he? So like, how do you weigh him being like that, but being innocent in this particular case, and Nicholas Holt also being innocent in this case, really, because he didn't technically do anything wrong, but because of his alcoholism in the past, he would have been convicted of murder, wouldn't he? Because they would have assumed he was under the influence.
Yeah. So it's tough because you don't actually know what this guy has done in his past. The boyfriend. They allude to it, he was in a gang or whatever, but what did he actually do? Has he been to prison for like stuff before?
Yeah.
What has he actually done?
Right.
If he's done some messed up things, then yeah, he deserves to be in jail. And he's more deserving than Nicholas Holt's character.
Yeah.
But they don't actually know the extent of what he did. And I think that was the point of the film, and that you're supposed to just take this case and apply the facts to the crime.
Yeah. It's just tough, isn't it? Like, obviously you got to live with the fact that you put an innocent man away, technically, but is he really innocent in the grand scheme of his life? It's just like, really, like, do you just go on just that case alone, or do you extrapolate out to the rest of their lives and just like, oh yeah, he looks like a bit of a wrong, and let's just put him in jail? Like, what do you do, really? But
it's tough because ones if they say, right, you didn't do it, then they're going to come after you, aren't they? Because you're the one who actually did it.
Yeah. It's like, it would be nice if he could have just said, like, I didn't have a drink, if he could have proven that, But obviously he'd been to the bar, he'd gone out there, and then he went down that particular road, so they would have been like, well, yeah, he clearly had a drink in the bar. Like, who goes to a bar and doesn't have a drink? Obviously he was just like fighting his demons, wasn't
he? And then I don't know if it suggested in the film that he checked his phone just before he hit.
I can't remember that. I don't know.
Maybe he did, obviously. That's illegal, but could they ever prove he looked at his phone before that?
No, not unless he actually messaged someone or rang someone there.
I think his wife just said, oh, where are you? And then he looked down at it, and then when he looked up, he's like crashing into the woman.
Yeah. Proper did her in. But yeah. I think for me, like, I just wouldn't say anything. Because, obviously he's got a newborn child on the way, so what's the point? You have to live with that guilt. But you could try and rationalise it to yourself, couldn't you, throughout the years?
You gotta be selfish. You just gotta think, like, I didn't do anything wrong. He's a criminal. He deserves to be in there.
Yeah.
And obviously you'd still have that niggling thing in the back of your mind saying, like, geez, I'm lucky to be out. And maybe they'll find out I did it.
Yeah, that's the thing, because it's showing that scene at the end, didn't it, when the police were going past. And he was like, oh, they're coming for me.
Yeah.
You've always been thinking that when someone's going to find out.
Is there something, if 10 years pass from a crime, then even if you did it, like, when they find out, they can't actually get you?
I don't know, do you? I think, I don't know, is that like civil cases?
Maybe.
I don't actually know.
I'm not sure. I mean, obviously you killed someone, so even if it's 10 years after, then you probably should just go to jail for him.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Obviously there's historic cases in there where they go to jail all the time, so there must be some, like, dividing line of where they would prosecute and they wouldn't.
How could, I guess there was witnesses at the bar saying he was at the bar, was it?
Yeah, I suppose.
Because he could have just argued that he just drove that way because it's like whenever he wanted to go that way and he didn't go to the bar. But maybe someone would have said no, he was definitely in the bar that night.
Yeah. What do you think about Toni Collette's character's like morality? Then? Do you think she? Because obviously she works out it was him in the end, did she? So.
Yeah.
What do you think her thought process was?
Obviously, at the beginning, she just wanted a routine case, get it done quick, get some points to like get elected.
Yeah.
And then, the other attorney was like, getting in her mind that this guy was actually innocent and he didn't do it.
Yeah.
And they seemed to have a decent relationship, so if he was saying that, then it was probably true.
Yeah, she knew there was something there at least.
And then she was like trying to ignore it, wasn't she? Like, no, it's not my problem. I just want to get this done.
Yeah, I need this job. I've been working all my life to get this job.
And then, like, the juror, obviously, juror number 2 was pushing for him to be innocent, so the case was going on for longer, so she looked into it a bit more, didn't she?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
And then once you actually find out the facts of the case, then what you think are the facts, and obviously you're going to change your opinion on it, aren't you?
Yeah, I suppose.
I mean, you can't blame her for anything, she's just doing a job, wasn't she?
Yeah. So do you think, what did she do, at the end? The final shot of the movie?
Yeah, because the way I see it is when they're outside the courtroom, and she's talking to Nicholas Holt. Nicholas Holt's like, let's just forget this ever happened. Like, we don't speak to each other, we don't contact each other, like, just move on with our lives.
Yeah.
And then, he's thinking, alright, they agreed, they're just never gonna see each other. And then her turning up at his house signifies that, no, she can't let it go and she needs to put him away.
Yeah. Yeah, there's only a few options really that could have happened, and they're either she, just goes there just to get off her chest sort of thing, or she goes there to say you're gonna have to come forwards, or a real outlandish one is she goes there and what do you call it when you you got something on someone, you demand money off them.
Yeah, and then she had a really powerful job, so I don't think she
that. I think that's the only 3 options really. So yeah, that one's out of the equation. I think, like you say, the most likely is that, I don't know, maybe she's going to go there and say we got to sort of, say the truth here, got to tell the world because this guy's life's been ruined.
Yeah. And he actually did it, so you can't really have complaints about it, can you really?
No, but then it wasn't actually his fault, was it?
No.
Because she was just walking in the pitch black.
Yeah, I think you should get onto it a bit more in more detail. He's driving at night, it's raining down crazy in thunderstorm, was it?
Yeah.
And she's not wearing anything to identify herself, she's just in normal casual clothes.
Yeah, all black shoes in, really.
And then walking on the side that the cars are driving.
Yeah, not facing traffic.
So, if she seen a car coming and it wasn't going to slide down, she could have dived out of the way. She wasn't even looking.
Yeah.
And it's just really unfortunate that it happened to him.
Yeah. And obviously he hadn't actually had a drink, so it wasn't his fault, was it, at all?
And then he also looked around, to see what happened, and he couldn't find anything because it was raining like crazy.
Yeah, she flew off the bridge or whatever.
I guess he just assumed the deer winged it a tiny bit and then it just jumped down into the forest.
Yeah, winged the deer.
Yeah, because they're really hard, aren't they? They can't actually take a smack there.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah.
We did have a point, did we? That how did he not know that she died until a year or 2 after? How was it news to him that this woman had died there when he was there that night? No.
Yeah. I don't really know. What was the time frame of the whole thing? I don't even know.
Yeah, because his wife has been pregnant for 9 months, so it's at least 9 months after.
Yeah, it must be, yeah.
So, how did he not know? I know the police like probably put out a statement saying it was the boyfriend, so.
Yeah, just thought nothing of it. Like.
But then, you would see on the news a woman died right where you hit something.
Yeah.
And you'd think, oh Jesus, maybe I did that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, it was complete news to him, wasn't it? When he got to that courtroom, it was like he hadn't even heard of it.
No, right. Crazy.
It's really tough, isn't it? And obviously that guy you went to, was it like his alcohol anonymous like guy? He was a lawyer. He asked him about it.
Yeah.
He said he would go to jail.
Yeah, right.
Does he not have a duty as like a lawyer to like say that this guy's just admitted he's done something?
No, definitely not. You got like the client confidentiality, really. Haven't you?
If you know someone's committed a crime.
No, I don't think you'd ever get a job again, would you really? You'd never have like an honest job again. Sometimes you need your client to say like, alright, I did it, but we got to go at it from this angle sort of thing, because I want to get off. I did it, there was mitigating circumstances, so like, we need to do it like this, because it wasn't technically my fault, sort of thing. You can't just be having like the lawyers got to come in there and say like, oh yeah, he did it, he murdered that one.
Yeah, he admitted to me.
Yeah, he admitted it, but there's these things that we should take off for him. Oh no, that's not how it works. Like people are just extreme, aren't they? The jury or whatever. Like they'll just be like, well, yeah, he's guilty, isn't he?
Yeah. I suppose it's also his friend. He's not going to do that to him.
No, I suppose. Yeah. I suppose in some circumstances, yeah, if he admitted it, then some people would, wouldn't they? I guess, but it'd be hard to get a job again because you need to lie sometimes, don't you? Or withhold the truth.
Yeah, but like, he knows that he's did it. Like, there's a guy out there who knows he did it.
Yeah. But yeah, I suppose he also knows that it wasn't technically his fault. So like, they're all weighing up the dilemma, aren't they?
It's just like I don't know if this sort of thing happens in real life. It's like a crazy situation to be in, really, isn't
it? Yeah, but really interesting for a movie.
I'm sure it does happen in real life, because how would they come up with this, really?
Yeah.
It's gotta have happened somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, good idea, wasn't it?
Yeah. Is that it?
Yeah. What about like the release strategy? Like, they sort of did a limited release in the US. I think they're expanding it because people seem to like it, I think.
It's kind of sad that films get limited releases in any circumstance, really.
Yeah. Like they sort of... I don't think they have much faith in it. I think it's Warner Bros.
Is it?
I think so. Yeah. Well, what about like, against all these movies now, like in the Oscars or whatever? Like, what do you think about that? I don't know. Like Nicholas Hoult screenplay again. I don't know.
Yeah. If there's any justice, then they get a shout.
Yeah.
It's not how the Oscars work, but they didn't nominate things on merit, really.
No. It's more narrative, isn't it? Merit, which is, it's just the industry, I suppose.
Yeah, it's one way to do it, and that's the way they do it.
Yeah.
If we made our own award show, it would be completely different to the Oscars, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Do you reckon we should do that? Like, our ones? An ETH reviews awards ceremony.
And then all the actors start coming to our awards ceremony instead.
Host it at the same time.
Yeah.
We could just award the best.
And you just give Furious the best picture and all.
Yeah. But yeah, they might get that narrative like with Clint Eastwood's last movie, might it? Might want to honour him with that. But
we're not in the stage right now where the narratives for the Oscars are coming out, really. It's a bit of just speculation at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, because none of the movies have had like a wide release yet. So
we'll know more in a few months.
Because the critics are clueless, aren't they? They don't know what a good movie is, so... Yeah. I think that's about it then, is it?
Yep. Good film, definitely recommend watching it.
Yeah. Did we give a star rating? Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We give it a 4, didn't we?
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.